Well, now that kids in the DMV are back in school, doctors want parents to start looking out for signs in case a child's book bag is too heavy. It's a concern that can lead to serious muscle strains. And 7 News reporter Joy Wang is live at George Washington Middle School in Alexandria. So, Joy, kids have actually ended up in the emergency room over this.
Yeah, I was surprised to hear about this too. In our last hour, we talked to you about how 7,500 kids each year actually end up in the emergency department because of neck and shoulder pain that actually have to do with heavy backpacks. Now, a good rule of thumb is to make sure that that backpack is only 15% of a child's body weight. We know that students come in all shapes and all sizes. And for a middle schooler, maybe about 100 pounds, that would be about 15 pounds. You want to make sure a fully loaded backpack doesn't weigh more than 15 pounds. Let's get you though to some signs that you definitely want to be looking out for to make sure that your kid is doing okay and their backpack isn't too heavy. First, you want to check their posture. Maybe the student is slumped over when they're carrying their backpack. That's not a good sign. Or they're complaining of pain in their shoulders or arms. Maybe they're even taking their backpack on and off all the time. These are all signs that the backpack could be too heavy. So here is Dr. Jennifer Gordine, a primary care sports medicine physician with Kaiser Permanente.
If the child is carrying the book bag every day to school and it's too heavy, and the parents or the teachers aren't noticing some of the warning signs, it could go on for quite some time before it's brought to the attention of the parent. And by the time that they realize that this is a problem, it's a pretty severe muscle strain, and so the child is in quite a bit of pain.
Now, Dr. Gordine says the most common injuries would be neck and shoulder muscle strains. And if your child has these types of injuries, rest and activity modifications are the usual treatment. Definitely check in with a pediatrician if your child complains about pain for more than a few days. Some treatment options could be Tylenol, ibuprofen, heating pads, and there's even topical creams and gels as well to help deal with that pain. Now, back out here live, we have got our photographer, Joaquin Neto here. He is a full-time photographer this morning. He is a part-time backpack model, and this is the good news about his backpack right now. You are seeing pretty thick straps. They're on both of his shoulders, and there's nice padding. But what's not happening that should be happening is making sure that this backpack is higher. He wants to make sure that he's actually making those straps even tighter, and the bottom of this backpack should sit about 2 inches above his waist, because if you have the backpack really kind of slouching, then it ends up putting even more strain onto your body. And some kids might be dealing with some underlying scoliosis or fractures that can even add to making those symptoms even worse. Again, experts say that if the kid is complaining about this type of back pain for more than a few days, you definitely want to check in with your pediatrician. Some alternative options include having a rolling backpack, or if possible, having 2 sets of books so the kid doesn't have to bring those heavy books back and forth from home and school. Live in Alexandria, Joy Wang, 7 News.